Alright folks, it's time for us to get back into the Blue in the Face playthrough for Destiny 2. We've been having a mostly salt-free time in the Crucible, so we're going to get right back in and hopefully continue that trend. But of course, before we do, we're going to take a quick look at the weapons and abilities that I'll be bringing in. Let's get started. This go around, my primary weapon is the no turning back precision frame bow. Bows in Destiny 2's Crucible have always been very niche weapons, but they have the potential to excel if you use them outside of the optimal ranges of weapons like hand cannons, assault rifles, and pulse rifles. So that's what I'm going to try to do throughout these matches. Next up, you're going to notice that I'm not using a special weapon in this loadout because the Ikelos SMG is my second primary weapon. What this means is I'm not going to have one-hit KO potential because I'm not using something like a grenade launcher, a shotgun, or a sniper, but I will have a very strong defensive option, so if I can manipulate the ranges of engagement very well at closer ranges, then if somebody's pushing into me with a shotgun, I'll be able to kill them before they can kill me. The subclass selection is the same as it's been for the past two videos. I'm playing the Sunbreaker Titan's bottom branch, and this is going to give us some great ability regeneration rates. And finally, our exotic armor piece is the Ashen Wake once again. This is going to turn our fusion grenades into a projectile that explodes on contact with surfaces or players instead of detonating after a short duration, and kills with our grenades will refund the charge. With all of that said, we can finally get into the action. What the fuck was that? Whoa, I'm popping off all of a sudden. Where is this coming from? I'm on a 10-player kill streak? This isn't real. Somebody pinch me, I'm dreaming. This never happened. Let's get him. Let's get him! It's over, Anakin! It's finally over. I think it's about time that I uninstalled Destiny because I have peaked. Oh! He did it to me! He got me! That was the most glorious, man, that was such a satisfying way to die. So this was the warm-up game, and this was probably the best game in the Crucible that I've ever had in my entire Destiny 2 career. So honestly, I think I'm just gonna uninstall the game right now and to never play it again. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm obviously kidding. We are going to do another match, and we're going to keep trying to do at least decently well. I don't know that I'll be able to live up to the glorious standard that I've created for myself with the warm-up game, but, you know, we'll see what we can do. Things are going to be a little bit tricky because I'm using a loadout with two primary weapons, so I'm not going to have any one-hit kill potential in my loadout, and I'm not doing it for any self-righteous or sanctimonious reason. I'm not trying to prove a point. This is just a way that I enjoy engaging with the game, and I figured for the final video I'll use a loadout that is near and dear to my heart. So this is going to be interesting to say the least. I'm going to have to make a lot of adjustments in my playstyle in order to survive. It's going to be a struggle, but I always ride on the struggle bus, so it's not going to be too out of the ordinary. Twilight Gap. I'm not a super fan of this map, and it's actually going to be a very difficult map for me to use a bow and an SMG on, but we'll see what we can do. I fucking hate... Man, screw this map, dude. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro. I knew I should just uninstall the game, bro. Fucking Twilight Gap. It's the worst map in the game. Alright, what's the map? Javelin 4. Classic in Destiny 2. This is a map that a good number of people, I would say, enjoy. It's not my favorite map in the game, but I don't have any animosity towards it. And it'll be fun for the loadout that I'm using. There's a good mixture of engagement ranges and a lot of ways that I can manipulate the bow and the SMG to my advantage. In the current sandbox of Destiny, both of these weapons feel as though they have to be played defensively, so I'm probably not going to make any crazy pushes or anything like that. What I'm going to do is try and stick with teammates and basically what I want to do is stuff my opponent's advances and make them make bad decisions. And by the way, and I didn't mention it, we are playing the Supremacy game mode, so it's kill confirmed in other games. Alright, let's get into this, man. I know in my heart of hearts that I should have uninstalled the game already, but we're going to keep going, and we're going to try our best to make this work. Whoa, that was the greatest grenade throw of all time. I'm probably going to die here. If I get pushed, I'm definitely going to die, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we are okay for now. I'm going to loop around. Nice. Teammate was behind him, cleaned him up with a shotgun. Let's shoot, shoot, shoot. Oh, he got an overshield, but I am going to double punch him for the kill. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough to help my buddy out there. But we are going to be able to get a kill from a distance. So this is where the bow is going to excel. If I'm fighting outside of the range of other people's primary weapons and I can peek my shots really well, then I'll come out on top. But as soon as somebody pulls out a sniper at long range, I'm going to get stuffed. If they pull out a shotgun at close range, I'm going to get destroyed, even if I switch to my SMG, if the range just isn't exactly perfect. I'm trying to be a little aggressive here. Might not be the best thing ever, but in the end it worked out. My team kind of had him surrounded, so there wasn't much he could do to get away, so he just stayed and tried to challenge, so that was okay. Let's continue rotating around. Looks like we got the spawns rotating pretty well, so we're able to keep the enemy team locked down. I'm gonna go around this way and see what we can see. Looks like there's some people over here. Missed, unfortunately. Alright, we tagged him up, so he might retreat before he comes back out. Let's just continue strafing. Nice. Picked one off. There might be somebody coming around to pick up these crests for that kill confirmation. Because the cool thing about the kill confirm game mode is you can pick up friendly crests that get dropped on the floor to deny the enemy additional points. So there's a little bit of nuance that goes into this game mode, and I do enjoy it. Let's try and go over here, see if we can... he got him first. Yeah, we're doing a great job. We've got the rotation down a lot better than the enemy team. Here. Oh, I wanted that so bad. I'm dead. There it is. Okay, that right there was the moment that I've been kind of waiting for, is to get obliterated by a shotgun. Because as soon as I step away from the sweet spot that my weapons can operate in, that's when I lose. We have people to the... Okay, I think there's just guys over here. Oh! What? He got both of us? Captain Berserk, he got both of us? Really? Alright, well, he's earned his name. It's official now. Well played. I was hard scoping. There we go. We're stuffing the advances. We are denying people their own personal game plan. And that's where a loadout like this is going to excel. But it's definitely far from being optimal in the current Destiny 2 sandbox. But it's the way that I like to play the game, so it's interesting, man. there's always a challenge in competitive PvP games in which your objective is to win. The challenge of, do I play the way that I want to, or do I play the way that is optimal, is always going to exist. And within Destiny, it can be very difficult to play the way that is most fun for you personally, because of how large the disparity is between a good loadout and a meta loadout, because it really is a big disparity. I mean, oh shit. That's not really helpful, but... And there's actually a lot of imbalances within the Destiny 2 weapons that cause the meta loadouts to be inarguably better than less meta loadouts. And it's always going to be kind of unfortunate that that's the case. Because the off-meta loadouts are really fun. Yeah, overall, that match was pretty solid, man. The team was doing a great job of rotating around the map, and that's what I think led to our success mostly. But also, I'm going to give myself some credit on this one. I was putting in work, too. I was working within the ranges that my weapons work best in. And I think the reason for that is because ever since Destiny 2 Forsaken came out and they changed the way the PvP sandbox works with special ammo, I've still engaged with double primary loadouts like what I'm using right now, a bow and an SMG, because it's just how I like to play the game, right? So I've become very acutely aware of how the meta is supposed to work and how shotguns are supposed to work and how players operate with shotguns, and on the flip side of that, how players operate with sniper rifles. So when I'm using a loadout that I just thoroughly enjoy, I'm also, the mental wheels turn a little bit differently, and I'm hypersensitive to the strategies that people are going to try to employ against me, which is kind of fascinating, because the meta in Destiny is very strict, and the difference between a good weapon and a great weapon in PvP is night and day, to the point where you kind of don't want to use a good weapon. You just want to use the great ones because they shine so much brighter than the good ones or even the fun ones. Now, we've got a good amount of action going on here, and I'm totally dead because that guy is sliding around with his shotgun, and he's getting everybody out here. So I'm definitely going to have to watch out for him. I'm going to have to try and manipulate ranges a bit differently because he is just king aggressive. Here comes another one. We gunned him down. Teammate had a shotgun as well. Stopped his advance. We're going to want to just try and kill the momentum that these guys with their shotguns are going to try to have by backpedaling, but also by not pushing around corners. I'm totally going to die here. Well, this is more along the lines of what I was expecting to happen in the previous game. I'm getting my ass kicked right now, but I'm taking all the blame for it because I'm not playing super well. I'm trying to rotate back to the team, but there's, I think, 2 people behind me, and they've started shooting me. And there's a guy that's going to pop out of this door. There he is. He's got a sniper. He tried to get me, but there was a lot of flinch that he was combating there. So thankfully, I scored the kill. Whenever I have a good game while simultaneously not playing the meta in Destiny, I always feel like I've gotten away with something. And I wonder if that's a problem or if that's just kind of how it's supposed to be. Because there have been other games that I've played where doing something that is not the optimal strategy doesn't feel like you're getting away with murder, like you're sort of committing a crime, you know? But in Destiny, whenever I unequip a weapon that fits within the standard rules of engagement, I know that I'm putting myself at a massive disadvantage. And it's not even like, oh, if I use an assault rifle, I'm good at this range, but I use an SMG, I'm good at that range. It's like, no. If I unequip my sniper or my shotgun, or if I don't use my god roll fusion rifle, I'm just at a disadvantage. I feel some deja vu coming on. And I think that's unfortunate. I looked at Titanfall as the point of comparison because Titanfall's weapon balance was really tight. There were some outlier weapons. There were some weapons that were objectively stronger than others. But within reason, even if you didn't use those weapons, you could use something suboptimal and rise to the level of a god if you took the time to master the skill associated with it. Titanfall 2 is a very different game from Destiny, but within that sandbox, the strongest weapons were submachine guns and assault rifles, fully automatic weapons. Those were the ones that really saw you succeed. But the marksman rifles could still be a really oppressive force if you took the time to get good with them, learn your flicks, and start really challenging the really fast play styles in the right ways. And the same goes for other weapons and other tactics that didn't fit within the meta exactly. And that's I think why Titanfall is such one of the many reasons why Titanfall and Titanfall 2 are such popular games and are held in such high regard, is because the weapon balance allowed players to use things that they just felt were fun and not feel as though they were getting punched in the penis. I don't even know what killed me. Why are there only 4 people on my team? We're winning, but it just doesn't even feel like it. The match is going to time, which means we've been in team deathmatch for 10 minutes. There's a guy with a super on the other side of this door, so I'm just going to wait for him to come kill me because I'm not going to get away. So, you know, I'm just going to chill, and I've already become salty. I knew I should have just uninstalled the game after I had that one good match. I should have just let it end, but no, I got to make the video at least 10 minutes long, right? Yeah, and just by the way, I don't try to make my videos 10 minutes long. I try to make them as long as they need to be. But anyway, the match is over, and I'm salty, and it feels bad. Yeah. All right. I think it's time for us to stop playing the Crucible. My salt levels are clearly elevating out of control, so we're definitely going to take a break from that and head back into the PvE side of the game going forward. I've been thinking a lot about what type of content I'd like to make while waiting for the Beyond Light expansion to come up, and I've got some ideas, so stay tuned for more Destiny 2 content coming in the future. With that said, if you have been enjoying these PvP videos, let me know and I will consider doing them again in the future with different weapons, different subclasses, and different playstyles. So with all of that said, if you enjoyed this video and this series of videos, and you'd like to support the channel more than you already do just by watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting, you can head over to patreon.com/iBluairJgR to become a patron. As always, the name of the game is Destiny 2, the name of the channel is iBluairJgR. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.